Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Life on Mars. Last time on Life on Mars, actually, I completely forgot to check the unofficial title. We kind of went with Starman for the title. So let's scroll back up and let's go ahead and see Season 2, Episode 1, Helpless. Alright. I guess I can just leave that up. Since, well, nah, that's fine. Alright, so, yes, last time around, Sam was starting to get some strange pains, and he realized that he was actually being tortured and injured in 2006. And he thought it was by a man named Tony Crane, who he had thought he put away in 2006. However, he thought that he got out, and so he tried to arrest Tony Crane in 1973 to try to get rid of him. And he did get Tony Crane locked away in 1973. However, it was just some random mental patient that was torturing Sam. So yeah. But Sam actually did get to talk to someone from 2006. And they said that no one can know why you're really here. Nobody can know the truth of where you come from. And they also said that basically Sam's purpose for being in 1973 will be revealed soon, as his mission is almost over. So presumably by the end of the season. But yeah, crazy stuff going on. So I'm very curious to see where we're going with that. So, honestly, with all that being said, let's just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Life on Mars. Here we go. I don't like this car behind us.
What's up with him?
Oh, God. Oh, God, why is Chris driving?
Didn't go too well, that.
No, Chris. No, it didn't.
Arnold Malone. He'd be my nemesis if he knew how to spell it.
No.
Responsible for most of the robberies in the Manchester area this past 20 years. He has evaded my grasp and made a lot of money in the process.
Arnold Malone's time is up. Not that this is a vendetta, of course.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
No.
With good reason.
I need your help, gents. Lady, this is my last case. I see Arnold Malone brought to book. I can retire a happy man. It won't be easy, mind. Malone is a nasty, devious piece of work.
Sam Tyler, we are sorry for your loss. Huh? What'd he lose? Oh. Glenn Fletcher dies. Suffers fatal heart attack.
Congratulations, Detective Chief Inspector Tyler.
I can't believe it. Me, a DCI.
Huh?
I never doubted it.
Thank you, sir, for everything.
No need to thank me. You earned it.
He made him
You're a
DCI.
good role model, Sam.
I used to go to him for advice on everything, even when they promoted him upstairs. I learned a job from him, really.
I think I knew him. It was D.I. Frankenstein, wasn't it? Certainly
No.
looked at me with a monster.
Aha.
Don't you have any respect?
Nope.
Tuh.
But I do
Nope.
have a name behind Dickie Finger's kidnapping. Word on the street is we should be looking for a Mr. Harcourt.
Good job.
We've got an extra pair of hands seconded from C Division. DC Glenn Fletcher.
Oh. Play it cool.
WDC Cartwright. Annie. I'm sorting you around here too.
No.
First women now are coloured. It's gonna be next dwarves.
Oh, Ray. Just shake the
You
man's
here to do
hand.
the spade work then?
You'll have to excuse D.S. Carling. He's our resident Neanderthal.
No.
No.
Good point, no. When that heat wave hit last month, I thought Enoch Powell had me deported. Don't worry.
Well, he can make a laugh
There's
about
power
it.
cut. D.I. Tyler,
Yeah.
you were at Hyde.
Yeah.
mixing me up with somebody else.
No, I don't think I am.
Robbery in progress. Wages van in Sparks Lane.
Tyler!
Huh. What if it's the real Glenn Fletcher? That'd be awesome. Granted, he's dead. Oh, this man's had better days.
Three of them! Shooters! Get stockings over their heads!
Poor John C. Reilly.
We know you were responsible for the Sparks Lane raid, Malone. Not to mention springing Dickie Fingers from our transport car.
And not to mention a duck! Damn it, people!
You're barking up the wrong tree. I could always stand you a couple of grand if you're a bit strapped for cash.
Alright, why don't you take 5 minutes?
I don't need...
Don't give him the satisfaction.
Nuh.
Thanks.
Oh wow, that worked. You can see where Gene got this though.
Half of CID will be alcoholics by the time Maggie Thatcher becomes Prime Minister.
If Margaret Thatcher ever becomes Prime Minister, I'll have been doing something a lot stronger than whiskey.
Nuh. Oh god.
Taking these tablets for the cancer.
Does
No. And you're not to tell him.
Sir,
I don't want his pity. So, I'll appreciate your discretion, Detective Inspector. Or rather, silence.
Interesting.
I haven't received any firearms training. That's not right.
You see, this is why birds and CID don't mix. You give a bloke a gun, it's a dream come true. You give a girl one, she knows it doesn't go with a dress. And start behaving like a detective and show some balls.
Thanks for being so sympathetic, sir.
Nuh.
Let's hope you don't end up in my firing line.
She just threatened to shoot me.
A very bright future out of that, lass.
Nuh.
Okay.
Stay down and stay quiet. Get back, get back!
I'll smack you in the mouth.
Oh, that ballsy, you tart.
If your mate got it, would you? Yourself. Women's undies on your head. Pointing a gun at a woman. How small must your tongue be?
Now she's right.
Find out just what my John
Women
can do,
So-
sweetheart.
How could Malone get a production order?
It's got nothing to do with Malone, it's Harry Wolf.
What?
It's Harry Wolf.
He's behind this.
no.
Yeah.
No way.
Hey,
No.
you said you'd protect...
He was terrified.
He's already made you look an idiot once this week.
Yeah.
And it could be part of Arnold Malone's vendetta against Harry Wolf. But what if he's telling the truth?
I mean, that's very risky.
Super.
Dickie Fingers is alleging that Superintendent Wolf sprang him from prison in order to assist in a set of robberies that Harry Wolf, is masterminding.
Yeah, he's not gonna overreact because that sounds absurd. Oh!
Reel off a list.
Damn!
No lives, Harry...
Why would he lie?
Same reasons birds tweet. It's the only thing they know how to do.
Something's not right.
Oh, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
you're right. Things have got out of hand.
Now there are two of them.
Malone's put...
You can't go and tell a potential suspect everything we know.
You call him that again, and I'll break your chin in 9 places.
Oh, damn.
I'm asking you nicely.
I love a specific threat.
Do you trust that I'm innocent?
Of course, sir.
Then you're a fool. There's no of course about it. You have a duty to report this to disciplinary complaints.
I don't think DCI Hunt would agree with you.
I've always maintained we need to be seen to be clean. Look at all the evidence. Give it your full consideration. And if you think it's best investigated independently, then report it to those puppies. With my blessing.
I hope they're trying to pull a fast one. I hope he's okay.
Take someone else. Nice white face. I'm only on secondment.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. He's involved in this.
Cut the performance, Glenn. One day, there's going to be a young recruit who will look to you to show him the way. You'll take his principles, his values, his beliefs directly from you. If all you can tell him is to
keep your head down and don't cause any trouble. And there's no hope for any of us, is there? How
That
do
was
you want to
good.
be remembered, Glenn?
Damn. That shit was good. Alright. Partners. That was like his best one there.
Oh, I should apologize. I made a phone call. I was in the bookies.
Ah, back on cue.
Jesus! He's pissed.
Oh, good. Thank you, sir.
Nuh. That was an incredible entrance, I must say.
You're my officer, you do as I say.
I was following my instincts.
Well, I should charge your instincts with wasting police time.
He's just in the trunk! Damn. Oh!
This is a professional killing. An execution.
Oh shit, he's dead?
I found out it was on cell duty last night when Dickie Fingers escaped.
Why? Who?
Do you want to tell them, or shall I?
Oh shit, it was Glenn?
Did you let Dickie Fingers walk?
I did what I was told.
By who?
Superintendent Wolf.
Oh shit.
In Harry Wolf's activities for 2 years. I suspected he'd try and pin it on me all sooner or later. For killing one of my men.
It's just people pointing at each other.
Harry Wolf. Harry understands the rules. The code of battle. But he's crossed the line. And I'm taking him down. None of this is true.
Malone could be lying.
He's not, though, is he? Why would he do this?
Damn.
We sort this out ourselves. That's what I was taught. And he knows the safest place to hide criminal evidence is in a police station.
Man, so they have to go through his office.
In the name of Mr. Harcourt Wolf.
Harcourt Wolf.
That's what Harry stands for?
My snout knew all along. We're a laughing stock. Give me the list of those robbery dates.
Harcourt, that's the name he needed.
Hoping to empty your account? Don't tell me. Rio? Costa del Sol?
Et tu, Gene.
Nuh.
You believe all these things you hear about me?
Talk me out of it. Tell me it's all untrue.
He wants to believe in him.
I can't. I made you too good.
Nuh.
It's over, Harry.
I have the high ground.
Read much Freud, D.I. Tyler.
I'm more of a Dan Brown man.
Every son kills his father. That's what my dad used to quote me. It's wonder I'm as well adjusted as I am.
Nuh.
Has this happened? Have you seen Arnold Malone's house? 3 times the size of mine, 2 more in Spain. I saw these villains getting rich. Looked in my wage packet, thought something skew with here. So I thought, set up the robberies, frame Malone. He gets banged up, I get a bit of cash. It's not like he doesn't deserve it.
You had Dickie Fingers killed.
Yeah. That's when things started to get a bit tricky. So, how do we get out of this?
We arrest you.
Shit.
I'm dying, Gene. A year, maximum. Let me have the cash, ticket to Mallorca, and I'll disappear forever. No one else needs to get hurt. How many villains have I put away?
Oh, shit.
Doesn't that earn me something?
No.
Oh.
Great minds think alike.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
be stupid. Come on, it doesn't have to end like this.
Are you really capable of taking me down? After I made you?
Oh. You made me. Oh, no.
If he isn't capable,
Oh, shit.
I am. I trusted you, sir. Believed I was helping you investigate Malone. You're supposed to be the example.
Oh.
Which one of us is gonna have the balls to shoot first?
Ooh.
Drop the gun. Drop the gun, sir.
Well, shot him in the leg. Probably ain't gonna die from that.
Don't remember me like this.
I'll call you an ambulance. Gov.
Oh.
I want you to put me through to a hide number. It's hide 2612.
Ooh. Can he actually call them?
Don't call here again, Sam.
What?
You know the rules.
What rules?
I call you.
Who are you?
Huh.
So what about the money?
It'll be confiscated. Harry'll lose his pension.
So he's gonna die penniless and alone.
No. I won't let that happen. Thank you.
Damn. Holy Toledo, man. That was crazy. You know, that one might be my favorite, actually. So, I don't really have a song title for this episode. So, I am just going to go with Sins of the Father. That sounds right. And The Safe Cracker. The hell? I guess Sins of the Father just sort of probably spoils it that it's Harry. I don't know. Oh man, that one was crazy. That one was sure crazy. Okay. So the guy playing Fletcher. Have I seen him in anything else? He kind of looked familiar, but no, it doesn't look like it. Alright. And the guy that played Dickie Fingers. Oh, Dickie Fingers was also in Pirates of the Caribbean. Look at that. He was in On Stranger Tides, though. The one that no one cares about. And then... well, I guess it's just that. Alright. Alrighty. That is episode 2. Again, probably... maybe one of my favorite episodes we've had. I will say, it's... while, yes, there was conflict, obviously, with Sam and Jean, as usual, I'm glad we kind of took a step back, basically, from some of the time travel stuff. You know, honestly, the time travel aspect of this show is probably... like maybe my least favorite part of the show. Like it's the most like I care about it, I'm interested in stuff like that, but honestly I want to see these characters solving cases, you know? So I'm glad that this episode wasn't, you know, Sam basically going rogue. I mean, you could argue maybe it kind of is, but not really. So I like that. Excuse me. Hang on. Sorry, there's... trying to make sure my nose is alright. Alright, there we go, I think. I think we're good. Sorry. Now my glasses are a bit dusty. Weird. Okay. Do I look good? Do I look alright? Alright. Just making sure there's not shit on my nose. Anyway. It's a little hard to see from back here, but oh well. So yeah, like the time travel stuff, I mean, I guess it's just sort of that, you know, like the last 3 episodes, honestly, well, maybe not not the last 3 episodes, but the last 2 episodes, the finale and the premiere were very heavy Sam going rogue because of the time travel stuff, whether it was because of his dad in the season 1 finale, or last episode just going off because of the whole Tony Crane thing, you know? So I like that there actually wasn't a lot of that here. I'm really just more invested in the characters and solving the cases, you know? I'm kind of more invested in those episodes, so yeah, and when there's conflict between Sam and Jean because it's a difference of ideologies and stuff like that, you know? Not that the time travel stuff isn't good. Again, it's just I find more of the actual cases and the character interactions, I just find that all the more interesting. So this was definitely a good episode for that, because even with all the stuff about Glenn Fletcher, it still isn't that, like, I feel like Sam handled that very, very well. Like, it wasn't, normally when he's when it was like his dad or something, he'd just be like, oh, Dad, and then he sort of backtracks, and then later it's just oh, Dad, Mom, where are you, and stuff, and it's like, dude, and he's like, oh, and like he can feel his dad's jacket, and he's like, oh, you'll never get that clock fixed, and stuff like that. That sort of stuff, I don't know, I'm just not as... When Sam really goes off on the time travel stuff, it doesn't work. But the best part of the Fletcher stuff in this episode was when it was when he was talking to him about what kind of copper do you want to be? How do you want to be remembered when you're dead? What do you want from what do you want them to say about you once you're gone? So that stuff, and when he says like, oh, there's going to be a young lad who's going to come in and he's going to get all of his beliefs, all of his values, and he's going to take that all from you. And so you need to set the example. Yes, Sam is specifically referring to himself. He does end up being the young lad who really takes all the values and heart from Fletcher. But I like that. But I like how he keeps it completely vague. It's like, no, that is a good example. How do you want to basically almost like prepare the next generation of coppers? Basically, how do you want them to behave? Because they are going to be looking at you for the example. So I thought that was handled very, very well. So honestly, yeah, I feel like this kind of handled the time travel stuff very well. And that's the thing. That's just really it, is that I'm really, like, yes, I'm invested in the time travel stuff. I want to understand it. I want to know what the deal is with all this time travel stuff and, Sam's purpose for being in 1973. But honestly, I'm really just here for the interactions between the characters and how they go about solving these cases, So that's just sort of the thing. So, again, this is sort of another episode where I've taken a lot of notes, but a lot of them are like, sort of either disproved or we don't need to, harp on them for too long. So, interesting stuff here. A good way to make this episode work with, meeting Harry Wolff last episode, and, even just from what little he had last episode, I think it really did work setting up this episode, Maybe you could have done a little bit more, if you had a couple more episodes before this, maybe, but honestly, this worked out. Where, just from meeting him last episode, you understand everything about Gene Hunt. Like, that makes, honestly, everything about Gene makes sense once you meet Harry Wolff, So, doing that, and then, honestly, the interactions here... Like, when is the first time they really start to suspect him? I mean, it's about the halfway point, just before the halfway point, that Dickie Fingers basically accuses Harry Wolf. So that's the thing, you know? So from what we had last episode and what we had at the beginning of this episode, it really does work in setting up Harry Wolf for his inevitable downfall in this one. So that was interesting. And yeah, honestly, his motivations do make a lot of sense. That, you know, and it's exactly what Malone was saying. You know, it's that, and I like how they set it up where it seems like, okay, so this is going to be, you know, this is Harry's last case. Basically, he wants to get Malone so he can, you know, retire happily. So you think it's going to be just about that, but then they take it into another direction, you know, where it's not going to be the satisfying ending that he thought. And pretty much immediately from the interrogation with Malone, that was really good, you know, where he says like, oh, you're getting tired, you know, maybe you should take a vacation. Oh, I know it's really hard on your salary. Which is crazy, you know? I mean, yes, granted, Malone being a criminal, he can get loads and loads of money. I can't see, Jesus Christ. He can get, like, loads and loads of money and, you know, own, like, 3 different houses, one of them being in Spain and stuff, like Harry was saying, but yeah, like, Harry doesn't have that sort of money, even though he's been putting away criminals for years, decades even, but that's not really getting him many places in life, you know? So that coupled with the cancer, yeah, I can understand why he would go for this. So that's the thing. And the other thing too is, like he said towards the end, you know, he says like, oh, I'm not a murderer or a kitty. What did he say? It was like a kitty toucher. He said something, I don't know, like a kitty diddler or something, like so some weird, I guess a euphemism. It's maybe not a euphemism per se, but just a synonym, I suppose. But you know what I mean. So yeah, it's like after all of this, like, yeah, I can understand, but then things get too complicated. Things get tricky when he kills Dickie Fingers. So that's the thing, you know? That's the thing. So yeah, they had the whole thing at the post office, which was interesting. Did the whole thing at the post office, and then the allegation. See, another interesting thing is I thought that, I guess I thought with the whole thing about the allegations was that would drive a wedge between Sam and Jean so much that, I don't know, I guess it would be another Sam goes rogue. When in reality, I guess he technically didn't go rogue, you know? Like he said, he was going to submit the complaint, you know, report the allegation and stuff, and then even him going and, you know, monitoring Wolf wasn't really him going rogue. Although maybe Jean had something to say about that, putting him in the trunk and everything. But yeah, so that's the thing, you know, that's the thing. But yeah, I figured it was going to be one of those sort of, I guess sort of like with what happened with Ray. You know, it's another, you know, investigating one of our own. And in that episode, you know, Jean eventually basically suspended Sam, and he had to go rogue. Now, granted, the reason that he did that was to push Sam to investigate this, because he needed Sam to investigate what happened in that episode. So that's the thing, you know, Jean is not an unreasonable man. You know, this is probably why Jean's my favorite character. He's not an unreasonable man. Yes, he can be pig-headed, he can be stubborn, but he's not an unreasonable man. And while he absolutely hated that this was a thing, you know, that this was an issue with his mentor, basically, he did listen. He did listen to everything. He didn't want to believe it, but he did after listening to Malone. So that was all really, really good. And honestly, the thing though is when they were basically pointing fingers and stuff, it really took me a while before I was convinced one way or the other, you know? And I was kind of wondering, you know, maybe this is a setup against Wolf, you know? That Malone is basically just setting this up to try to take him down. But no, it didn't end up being that. So that's the interesting thing. Like, the pointing fingers, I guess it wasn't really until that conversation with Malone back at the warehouse when Gene basically believed it, then I basically believed it too, you know? And that's the thing, you know? And when he believes it, he believes it. That's the thing. That's what I always like, you know. I definitely remember back in episode 4, I think it was the Stephen Warren episode when, you know, they go off on this whole thing about not going against Stephen Warren, and then, you know, and they talk about, you know, bent cops and stuff like that. But then, as soon as someone is murdered, Gene and Sam get to work and they take him down, you know? You know, all of that, you know, alliance of convenience stuff is out the window once someone dies. And here, yeah, Gene, he listened to everything, and yeah, it did all add up, and it just worked out, you know? And this is without him knowing about the cancer and everything, you know? So that's the thing, you know? That's the thing. Yes, he didn't want to believe it, but he did. He wasn't, you know, he didn't, like, hear all of it and be like, oh, no, I still don't believe it and stuff like that. He did sit down because he's a good cop. He listened to all of it, and he knew. It was like, okay, this is horrible, and I'm going to have to do something, but it is true. And he did something. Can you guys hear that? Hold on. Okay, never mind. There was a really loud bird. I'm wondering if that caught on the microphone. I don't think... Well, there's not a bird in my house. I think the bird would have been a lot louder if that were the case. Plus, the dog would probably be up. Okay, anyway. And then we had the whole confrontation, too, which was interesting. So, yeah, and honestly, yeah, it's very interesting, you know, when he says... when he quotes Freud and is like, oh, every son will destroy his father. It's like the rule of the Sith, almost. But yeah, you know, every son will destroy his father. And yeah, honestly, like, if you... Like, there would never be an episode about, like, Gene's parents. Because that really doesn't matter. Now, granted, there's episodes about Sam's parents, but whatever. But the person that made Gene into the man he is, honestly, is Harry Wolf, you know? And so that was very, very interesting. And very incredible acting by, I don't know, I'm going to say Philip Glenister? Yeah, I've never actually just like looked at his name and tried to pronounce it. I'm going to say Glenister. So Philip Glenister, who plays Gene Hunt, probably is best acting in that scene, where you can see it is killing him to go through this, you know? But he has to. He has to do it. So, yeah. So, the robberies were all a scheme to get rich. He didn't want anyone hurt or killed or anything like that. But killing Dickie Fingers is then the real crossing the line point, you know? So, yeah. It's also interesting, you know, he tries to bargain with Gene. It's like, oh, well... You know, I'm dying, just, you know, give me the money and I'll escape peacefully and go into the night. But Gene doesn't go for that. He can't go for that. He can't let a criminal go, basically. And then there's the whole thing of, you know, who's going to shoot who. And I like Fletcher coming in. A very interesting use of Fletcher in this one, you know, because Fletcher, who is basically... Sam's Harry Wolf, you know? Like, that's definitely it, where, they are the same. He is Sam's mentor. And using him in this episode was very, very interesting, you know? Especially because he's not the main focus of it, but just seeing that is very interesting, and seeing how, you know, he does decide to be a good cop, and he says, you know, you were supposed to set the example, you know? You're supposed to set the example. So I like that. And then Gene did shoot him, but shot him in the leg, didn't kill him. So that was also really good. And yeah, he's nicked, basically. So yeah, and I guess sort of the last thing I wrote down, Sam does try to call Hyde, but that's not the rules. Only Hyde can call him, but he cannot call Hyde, which is interesting. So yeah, I don't know. That's very strange. You know, when he says, you know the rules, and it's like, what? No, I don't know the rules. Damn you. That was not a good John Sim impression. But yeah, it's like, no, we don't know the rules, asshole. What are we doing here? You can't just say, you know the rules. Like, no, we don't, jackass. Anyway. But yeah. So, really, really great episode, honestly. Probably one of my favorites. And again, an episode... I like episodes where, honestly, Sam doesn't really go rogue, you know? And the last 3 episodes have been very rogue Sam heavy. Episode 7 was really good because it was, you know, it worked with the investigation and the reveal that Gene wanted him to do the investigation. But then the last 2 episodes have been a little... They've been a little trying, honestly, because of Sam going rogue because of time travel stuff that he doesn't understand, you know? And that is, I don't want to say it's bad, but they don't make for my favorite episodes, honestly. Which is interesting. The finale and the premiere haven't really been my favorite episodes, but this stuff is stuff that focuses on the characters and the cases, you know? So that was all really, really good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm interested to see where we are going next time. So with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Life on Mars reactions, as well as another video you can go check out if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.